Welcome to another episode of Ask Cindy Connected Live. Well, hello. This is Cindy, your host at Ask Cindy Connected Live. Make sure that you go to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And running a special promo. So if you go to YouTube at Ask Cindy Connector Live, you subscribe and comment, do a screenshot of your comment, you will actually earn a 3-night hotel getaway. And check this out. So if you share the YouTube broadcast, I actually will gift you a Mexico vacation. So my name is Cindy. I am your host. So make sure that you go to Streamyard.com/Facebook. We want to see your name in the comments so we could post them. So today on National Day, it is Buttermilk Biscuit Day, Dance Like a Chicken Day, and definitely stay tuned for the upcoming National Day Summit. We're going to be announcing that here in a couple weeks. And so what is this show about? It's all about connecting. So it's so important to be passionate about our business, but it's just important to think of someone every single day. Think about 2 people a day that you could connect to others. It's so important. And so within this show, I have a broadcast every Friday at 1, 2, and 3 Pacific. And today I have my friend Mary West. Welcome back to the show.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for having me back, Cindy. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, thank you for telling everybody about my show. I appreciate you paying it forward and edifying the show. So I'm so grateful for that. So tell everybody your story and your background.
I have a passion for connecting business owners, and if they share with me what their goals are, I love to help them towards reaching their goals too. I started networking about 18 years ago. Well, actually, over 19 years ago, I started networking. Back then, I had some other networking groups that I had started, and I was with a health company at that time. So I just knew that working with different business owners, connecting and networking, that business owners, business people, they get it. They understand about helping each other. So I started some networking groups, and the ones that I have going now started about 14 years ago. We were in person, but because of COVID now we're on Zoom, which actually has turned out really well, because now we have people from all over the country. We have people from California, Oregon, Michigan, Florida. And if you can do your business anywhere, it's a great way to network and get more connections.
So how do you pay it forward in your community?
I have, in our networking group, we do pay it forward projects. So we have several nonprofits that we help. We help Meals on Wheels. We help Coffee Oasis. We help George's House. And we're bringing on some more nonprofits to help. So at different times of the years, we have different things that we help the nonprofits with. Yeah.
So let's talk about some networking nuggets today. What are your suggestions? Let's start with Zoom, for instance.
Zoom. So these are the days of Zooms. So Zoom is a great way to network, and we have 3 Zooms a week, with Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and then the first Thursday night at 6 p.m. and the first Saturday at 12:30. So we have business tips. We have a book club. We do pay it forward projects. We encourage everybody, of course, to build the relationships and do Zooms outside of the group and get to know each other well, so that we can refer each other the best that we can. So Zoom is great. Yeah.
So tell everybody your Zoom schedule for the Mary West Network.
Tuesdays at 1 Pacific time, Wednesdays at 12:30, and Thursdays at 10 a.m. And then we also have the second Thursday of each month, Becoming a Best-Selling Author with Patrick Snow. He is he's the best-selling author, book marketing and publishing coach that I work with. So the second Thursday of each month at 12:30 Pacific time, he does a teleseminar on becoming a best-selling author. And then Wednesday, the first and second Wednesdays of each month, we have casual Wednesdays. And so that's a lot of fun. We've had Hawaiian days and travel days and crazy hat days. And so it's just a fun way of getting to know each other in a more casual way. And then Thursdays, we typically have a business tip, and then we do a mastermind session. So I love our mastermind session. So a couple different people each time can choose to be focused on, and then they share what their wins have been for the last couple of weeks, and they share some of their challenges, and then the attendees share different ideas of how they might overcome the challenges, and then try to keep them accountable. Also, the fourth Wednesday of each month at 12:30, we do Meet the Author, and that's a lot of fun. We have a different author each time, and the fourth Wednesday of this month, the author is going to be Jeffrey Jensen. He's the author of What a Hoot, Let's Recruit. And so that's the fourth Wednesday of each month at 12:30, and so that's coming up. And let's see, what else do we have going on?
I'm coming up. When am I coming up? Is that the 25th for LFI?
Yeah, the 25th for LFI at 1 o'clock. And so that's coming up. I wanted to mention some of the different keys to successful networking.
Yes.
First of all, give value first. And this is a great example with Cindy. She is always giving value first, and she's always connecting people, having people come on her podcast, and that gives them extra exposure, but then the people that are attending get some beneficial information. Another thing for successful networking is be a connector. I love being a connector. Cindy's a connector, and Dr. Renee Gordon, she is the author of Finding Your Love at Last. She's a fantastic connector. Valerie Harris is always connecting people, and Bob Ingram. There's a lot of connectors out there. There's several different ways of connecting people, and one of my favorite ways is to set up a Zoom with 3 different people. Sometimes I just do it with one person, but one way of connecting is choose somebody that you know really well and invite them onto the Zoom, and that deepens the relationship. Also invite somebody that you kind of know. Maybe you met them at a chamber meeting, or maybe you met them on another networking group, or maybe at a Rotary meeting, and then invite somebody that's brand new to you. And the people that you invite, the 3 people that you have there, just love you because you've connected them to some other people also on the Zoom. And so invite 3 different people a lot of times on Zooms, and that's another great way to connect people. Another way for successful networking is remembering names. You know that the sweetest sound a person can hear is the sound of their name. So try to remember names, and there's so many different ways of remembering names. I thought I would give you a few examples. When you first meet somebody, be sure to mention their name at least twice during your conversation. So when you first meet them, it was so nice to meet you, Cindy. And then at the end of the conversation, you could say, let's be sure to meet again on a Zoom soon, Cindy. We'll see you another time. So mention their name at least twice during the conversation. Or at the end of the night, you can write down each of the names of the people that you've met and something about them. And there's something about writing it down that helps you to remember their name. Or link it to somebody or something that you know. We've got somebody in my Toastmasters group. His name is Art, and I have an artist in my networking group. So I think of Ann Peters. She's the artist when I think of Art. And we also have somebody named Stephen. I have a nephew named Stephen. So I link Stephen to my nephew, Stephen, and that's another way of remembering names. Another thing for successful networking is to show appreciation. And Cindy is fantastic at this. Send thank you cards or send gifts, or be sure to do a phone call and let them know that you appreciate the things that they've done. Another great way for successful networking, and I know several of you out there are already big networkers, so you know all of these things that I've been mentioning, but it's always great to be reminded of them. Another great way is to be a resource for people. It's great for them to be able to, I have several people that at different times give me a call or email me and ask me if I know of a great massage therapist or a chiropractor. And one of the things I like to do every 2 or 3 months on my business page, or no, on my personal page, I will write a small paragraph and I'll say, I do a lot of networking and I know a lot of excellent industries. So if you need a massage therapist or a DJ or a caterer or an insurance person, and so I name off several of the industries that I know. I can't put all of them or it'd be a huge post, but I say a few of them, and then I say, or if there's any other industries that you need, any services that you need or products, get in touch with me, and I probably know somebody that can give you excellent service. So become known as a resource person, and that's another great way of networking. Let's see, what are some of the other ones I have? Oh, go ahead.
Look at, so this is what Mary sent me a few weeks ago. I just have to post it. And then look at all the nice little goodies in here, paper clips, highlighters, and there's a little, there's this little dream notepad. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I love office supplies, and so I found that other business owners love office supplies too. You run out. Another great successful networking is follow up. And I'm a cheerleader for follow up. On Casey's, on Expand the Business, he has taught us a great system for follow up. So choose, some different ways that you can follow up. There's so many different ways. There's email, there's calling, making a phone call. One of the most fun ways that I learned from Casey is the video text. And so I've started doing that. And another great thing is to send a magazine article. But choose the different ways that you're going to follow up, and so perhaps do a phone call 1 month, and the next month do an email, and the next month. So have a system for your follow up, and that's so very important. Of course, giving referrals. Cindy's great at giving referrals, and we have someone in our group, Kimberly Warren. She's with Primerica, and we call her the referral queen because she's always giving referrals, and as a result, she's always receiving referrals. So that's another key to successful networking. Let's see, help in any way you can. There's so many different free ways that we can help each other. And so you can, give a testimonial for one of your fellow business owners. You can do a comment on some of their news feeds. A great way to help is if they have a YouTube channel, go there and subscribe and do a comment. Let's see, what other ways have I? Do a shout out for them when you're on a networking group. Do a shout out for them. There's just so many different ways to help your fellow networkers. So those are just a few of the ways. And of course, building relationships is so important. Make sure you, like Cindy says, meet somebody, connect somebody, at least a couple people each week. And I also want to mention doing lives. I've learned from Jeffrey Gittimer.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We have a few more minutes left.
Go live. Ever since last March, he has gone live every day, every morning. It's called the 959ers, and here in the Pacific Northwest, it's at 6:59 where we live. but he always has a great tip, and then he includes the audience. People can comment, and a lot of people comment different quotes, and so that's so much fun. And like he says, people need to see you and hear the tone of your voice, and so doing lives is a great thing to do these days. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I've talked about several times, if you're in the Zoom, before you leave the Zoom, take a screenshot, or even if you're doing like a video chat one-on-one, take a screenshot and then put it in Facebook networking groups, put it on your personal page, tag the person, your social media connections, who that person is and what their best referral is and how you could connect them. I think that's super important.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Yeah.
So any other tips? We have about 1 minute left in the show.
Oh, let's see. Oh, what else? So
Belly to belly networking.
So belly to belly networking, when you, like if you go to a chamber networking meeting, be sure to connect people there, choose, 2 or 3 people to connect to each other, so that it's all about connecting people and helping to build relationships.
Yeah, instead of just working the room and handing out your business card. Yeah, I think I've talked about it on a previous show. I think of 2 or 3 people that I could connect, and a lot of times they'll say, well, how about you? I want to get to know you. Well, let's meet on Zoom, or let's meet in a couple days at the local coffee shop, and you could learn a little bit about me. But today it's all about you and me connecting you to someone else in this room.
Right. Yeah. It's all about helping the other person. Yeah.
Is there any other tips with local networking that you can give my audience?
With local networking, well, just make sure to get to know the local restaurants and the local massage therapists and local chiropractors. Get to know them, and you want to get to know, like, and trust the people that you refer. So do those Zooms, and when we get back to normal, start getting together in person and really get to know each other, so that you can refer each other when the opportunities come up.
So we have a nice little comment there from Sue. She says, thank you, Mary West and Cindy. These are great tips. Tell us about Sue. Let's do a plug about her right now.
She has the Bend Project. And so Sue is wonderful. I encourage you to go on her page. Sue, she does lives just about every day, and she always gives great tips too on her lives. And so Sue is just a wonderful lady. I encourage you to get to know her. Anyone that comments on here today will be going in a drawing for a fun prize, and so I'll look who all commented and do a drawing after the show's over, and I'll do it live and say who won. I'll be sending a surprise gift in the mail to the winner. One of the things that Casey taught us is each month that you don't follow up, you lose 10% of your effectiveness. So be sure to follow up, each month, and even sooner. Yeah.
Exactly. And I want to do a big shout out to my friend Gabriella Waterman. She actually turned me on to this company. It's $10 a month, and it's called Hello Woofy, and it's a way that you could actually CRM all your connections. So it's really, really amazing. And I will have her on here, I think, like later on in the summer, so you can learn more about that. But if you go to my LinkedIn profile, Ask Cindy Connector Live, you could actually see the article from when I was with Mary West last month. And there's a little link there for Gabriella's website, so you could check out the CRM. So I'm going to put you in the green room and close out, and just hang tight for a few minutes, and I'll be right back.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, awesome, guys. Make sure to think of 5 people every single day to express gratitude. It's the marywestnetwork.com. That's marywestnetwork.com. You could also find her on Facebook. We also have a group that we could add you to. But go to the business page of Mary West Network and definitely check it out and share. It's all about sharing and showing love and kindness. And I hope to see you next week. But next on the show at 3 o'clock, I have ER. He is the co-founder of Elify. It's a amazing digital business card platform, only $10 a month. So definitely stay tuned. And we'll see you at 3 o'clock. Woo-hoo-hoo.